Buenos dias, it's day 26. We're 32 miles, 0.3, I believe it was, away from Durango. One of the things I was looking forward to the most on this trip was Taylor Lake. When we did the hike with my dad, we camped at Taylor Lake. Beautiful lake. I remember when you first get your first view of Taylor Lake, it's just stunning. I love these mountain lakes. Taylor Lake's 10 miles away, a little over, I think. So I'm going to hike to Taylor Lake and take my lunch there. And then shortly after that, we'll finish up segment 27 and we'll get into segment 28. The last segment, I don't know how far into 28 we'll get, probably a decent ways. And leave ourselves a short day out tomorrow. Body feels great. Yeah, I feel good. Oh my goodness, last night I didn't get my body feels good, but I did not get great sleep last night. So I'm in my tent. I had a cell signal, so I was texting my dad and Petty, and I had my headlamp on, and I hear step, like heavy step running up, and then it just froze right outside the door of my tent. And I would have sworn at the time it was a person, and I was talking to the person and no response, no movement whatsoever. It was frozen. And those steps sounded loud. That made me nervous. And I didn't know what to do. I just, it's kind of weird. It's like, you can maybe think like what you'll do when you're in a situation like that, but I was just like frozen. I'm like, look, if this is a person with a weapon, I'm in trouble. Like, no way around it. I'm just in trouble. Who knows? I had no idea. I still don't know what it was, but eventually when I turned my headlamp off, it started moving again. And I walked around to the front of my tent, and I could see, so right there's like bug netting like down at the bottom of the tent, so I could actually see that it was standing right in front of my tent. So I turned the headlamp back on, like towards that direction, and it immediately jumped and like out of the way. And at that point in time I knew it wasn't a person. Like, that reaction was too fast to be a person, and the person like would have known that I knew that they were there. Like, so that like made that, in a sense, like it kind of scared me when it jumped, but also it's like, okay, there's no way that that's a person now. It's an animal. So what animal is it? Again, it made heavy sounding footsteps as it ran up to my tent. It stopped. So, like, my brain goes to, can it be the worst case scenario? And in my case, in my opinion, I don't even think it's close. The worst case scenario was mountain lion. And I had a cell signal, so I was Googling, like, what could this possibly be? And apparently mountain lions will not like attack a tent. They want to know exactly what it is they're attacking. For the most part, they don't attack humans anyway, but it's bad news if they do, because you're probably gonna, I mean, this guy like just killed a mountain lion in Colorado, but that was like a juvenile mountain lion, and let's be honest, that guy got lucky. Like, everybody's like, oh my goodness, that's amazing, but, and it is, but he got lucky. Nobody wants to get into a fight with the mountain lion. You're probably losing. Even though they're bigger, even though you're bigger than them, you're probably losing. And by losing, I mean dead. So I was happy to hear that. I still have no idea what it was. I was like trying to look up like lists of nocturnal animals. My dad thought maybe porcupine. He asked if it was, but I don't think so. I think the feet were white. The feet looked white, but again, it was the shortest like sight of it that I got before. Yeah, I don't know. Like, and I don't think it was looking for food. My food was up in a tree. The tent should not have smelled like food. So I think it was just, like, part of me wants to say it was just a little critter that was curious and was just checking everything out. But at the same time, I don't know how a little critter could have made that sound that it made when it ran up outside my tent. But I was not going to poke my head outside and look either. When I kind of determined it was an animal, it was like, okay, yeah, this thing is, if this thing was going to attack, it probably would have already done it. So it took me a while to kind of calm down and fall asleep. And it was probably close to midnight when I finally fell asleep. And that thing, I mean, it was gone this morning, but it never, like, the entire time I was trying to fall asleep, it was still there. It was like circling my tent very slowly. Like, I'd hear it to the left and I'd hear it behind me. And I mean, like, over like 15 minutes, it would like move a corner. Really strange. But yeah, so that kind of freaked me out. But all's well that ends well, I suppose. Anyway, long story. Here's another view of that valley we've been walking by. Ooh, as I fall and break my ankle and don't finish the trail 2 days away. Alright. Okay, that's all for now. So lots of views of this valley. I feel like this is the same valley we've been looking over for quite a while now. But we've definitely had some good climbs. Kind of rolls up and down, up and down, up and down, but gradually getting higher until we'll get to the top of the climb and we'll be able to see Taylor Lake. Nice morning, been nice. I've enjoyed it. Beautiful. Alright, well, I almost made it to the top, I think, of this climb. It's been raining on me a little bit. Obviously, this cloud doesn't look good, but then just all of a sudden, it was not far from me. A big bolt of lightning and a loud boom of thunder. So I'm not messing around with that. So luckily there's trees on the side of this, not too far from the trail. So we'll wait this out a little bit and hopefully get a little bit better weather here shortly. Beautiful shot up here on this ridge. That storm that I was waiting out is now back that way. The skies are pretty nice right now. Got hailed on a little bit. It wasn't much hail, but beautiful, beautiful. This is a stunning spot. This is steep though. This is I gotta record the view, but I gotta admit, this narrow trail that's pretty steep on both sides makes me a little nervous. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I don't do too great with heights, with steep drop-offs. And this is a little bit of a steep drop-off on both sides here, so. But, alright. Pretty soon we'll be descending down to Taylor Lake. And there it is, the beautiful Taylor Lake. I had a lot farther to hike than I kind of realized, but yeah, I remember coming up around this and seeing this lake and really enjoying it. I was caught in pretty long rain and hailstorm, and I was hungry, so I ate. So I need to get water for sure, but it probably won't be too long of a stay at Taylor Lake because I'm pretty fresh and everything. So probably just a quick water-filled break and maybe a quick snacky cake, and we'll keep on. I don't think once I'm down there, it's only like another half mile or mile or something like that to get to the end of segment 27 and the beginning of segment 28. So we're about ready to hit the last segment. So it's time to stop going up and start going down. It really started dumping on me once I got to the lake. So I just scooped water and kept going. A bunch of people were taking cover under a tarp, and they asked me if I wanted in. I was like, I'm gonna keep walking. I'm pretty much used to walking in the rain at this point. It doesn't bother me that much. Feet are soaked like normal. Fun times. All right. 27 segments down. 1 to go. 27 segments down. 1 to go. It is turned into kind of a crappy afternoon, unfortunately. Clouds may roll out here pretty soon. This seems to be a fairly accessible trailhead. There are a bunch of people walking back. Oh great, more gunshots. A bunch of people were walking back towards Taylor Lake on the CT, asking me, like, what's up there? They were walking in flip-flops. What's up there? I was like, oh yeah, Taylor Lake's not too far around there. It's just around the corner or whatever. They're like, it's walkable? It's like, bruh, Denver's walkable. Denver's walkable. Walkable totally just depends on your mindset and what you're prepared for. But anyway, look at that. 26 miles. A marathon to Durango. Not going to make it all today. But we might make it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to be leaving myself like 15 miles tomorrow. Today, waiting out that thunderstorm took a lot of time. I don't know. We'll see. It's like, it's 3 p.m. or something. I've only got like, 11 miles in? What it was, 11 and a half is what this is saying. So, I don't know. I might still be able to push another 20. I don't know. We'll see. It does not seem like you should be able to shoot your guns this close to like the Colorado Trail, like such a popular area, but it seems like it's legal. Those people who were shooting guns off in segment 6 were they were, 0.05 off the CT. Whatever. Yeah, here we go, segment 28. Finish this thing strong. Alright, nice, segment 28. I can dig it. Segment 28. A little better than segment 1. Anyway. So, the sort of crappy afternoon has continued. It's just sprinkling now, but it's been raining pretty hard. And the trail is kind of a mess. It's not too bad right here, but there are definitely places where my feet were sliding pretty good, and so it's like, I don't know. It's a lot of down, but it's also a lot of make sure you don't slide and tear an ACL on the next to last day. Feet are soaked, but feet are pretty much always soaked, so that's, I'm going to miss a lot about this hike, but that's something I'm not going to miss. Having my feet be wet almost every single day, the second half of this hike. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really made that many miles. Like, I'm under 17 miles, and it's, I think, getting close to 6 p.m. I guess, I don't know, so we'll see. I probably need to pull out a, there's been a few campsites I've seen on the side of the trail, but they've been few and far between, so I'm probably going to need to pull out gut hook and trip and the guidebook and see if I can find like a spot that's on there. I don't think there's probably too many people who will be camped in this segment. Like, what do you do? Like, I don't know, if you were out for a weekend, would you, this is not like a appealing segment. It's just getting you to Durango from someplace that's awesome. So it's like, nobody would like come up here, camp, and then turn around and go back. It's Saturday today. It's part of the reason why I'm saying that. There's been a lot of day hikers. There were a lot of day hikers on segment 27. I'm still laughing to myself about that guy who asked me if Taylor Lake was walkable. Like, like, I'm not like laughing at the guy, but it's just kind of like, there's something funny about asking somebody who just walked 460 miles to be there if like something that was like a quarter of a mile away, if that was walkable. Oh. But yeah, interesting little waterfall here. This rock is cool. All throughout here. This little cliff. So I did find where I think I'm gonna camp. So in 2 miles, a little less than 2 miles now, there's a bridge that crosses Junction Creek, and supposedly there's like 3 good campsites there. So although there's a bunch of guys who are, I don't know if you can get a car there. There's a bunch of guys who are basically like slack packing on bikes, where they've got, somebody's driving a truck with all their gear, and they need like a big area to camp, and I haven't seen it. And I think they said they were taking 4 days, so I think they were going to get in tomorrow too. So there's I don't know, but they got to be able to drive to the place. I don't know if there's a road there. I'm hoping I can get in at this spot. That would be about perfect, because there's the creek right there, so I can dump out my terrible water and get a place to camp and have, I don't remember what it was, 14 or something like that, 14 or 15 miles to Durango in the morning. So that's what I'm hoping I'll be able to do. So we'll see. Okay, I got that campsite that I was looking at on Gut Hook. So there's this bridge right over here, and it's a pretty nice campsite. There's even a bench. So, but the problem is I'm really cold. Today honestly was kind of a crappy day, which is unfortunate. Obviously, I mean, it is what it is. It's the Colorado Trail, but you know, I was hoping to make it to Taylor Lake for lunch. I got held up in that thunderstorm on the climb. It cleared off, and I made it over the ridgeline without any issues, but as soon as I got down to like the level of the lake, it just started pouring. And it continued to pour for probably a couple hours maybe. We got a decent amount of hail. I guess it was kind of off and on a bit, but it definitely rained very hard. It made the trail conditions pretty slick, and it was kind of rough hiking. I'm like, so what did I do? I 17.8, I think, to here. So that's like one of my shortest full days, but I can feel the grind on my legs. Like, it's a steep descent, and it's and steep descent on, you know, on slippery stuff is not fun. So anyway, yeah, so in a way, I'm kind of ready to be done hiking today. I want to get warm. So it's a nice little campsite here right next to the creek. Actually, a lot of people on Guthook have kind of commented that this is a nice place for your last night on the trail. So I'll definitely take it. Yeah, I haven't seen any hikers today. I suppose this is a common place. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody did like a big day to try to get here today to get out tomorrow and they rolled in later, but I don't know who that would be. I mean, it probably, I doubt it could possibly be Austin and Seneca if they did a really, but again, today was just not a great day. Weather-wise, so it is what it is. 14.5 to pay dirt tomorrow morning. Yeah, crazy. I'll be excited to get there, but I'm gonna miss this a lot. But what an adventure! It's about to come to an end. So anyway, so for the very last time on the 2019 Colorado Trail Thru hike, buenas noches.